And a whole new level of political discontent was displayed this weekend in Washington, D.C. On Sunday, thousands of veterans from across the United States led a pilgrimage to the World War II Memorial on the National Mall. This is the memorial that was built with mostly private funds to honor veterans that was closed due to the partial government shutdown. Feeling like pawns in this political game, protesters sent a strong message to President Obama yesterday. Tear down these barricades. Protesters have been referring to them as barricades, a nickname for the president. They have become a symbol of the partial shutdown. Now, the truckers that we reported on last week played an integral role in this peaceful protest, but have escaped most media reporting. Truckers Ride for the Constitution is a grassroots campaign that is very outspoken against President Obama and his administration, and is their response to the partial shutdown that crossed the truckers' line when they shut down the World War II Memorial. In a highly coordinated fashion, truckers sent a platoon of bobtail trucks from Doswell, Virginia, and descended upon Washington, D.C. at about 9:30 Sunday morning. They surrounded the memorials in support of veterans. Veterans then started to dismantle the barricades around the World War II and Lincoln memorials, reopening them to the general public. In a patriotic fashion, the veterans carried the barricades almost 1 mile to the White House and dumped them right here in front of the president's lawn. Attached to them were signs that read, "Return to sender" and "Respect our vets." Police witnessed and allowed the protesters to take apart the government property, but there were no attempts to stop them or the march. There were between 2,000 to 3,000 veterans, family members, and upset citizens from across the political spectrum who participated in this event. Veterans included the Korean, Vietnam, World War II, Gulf, Iraq, and Afghanistan wars. Even members of Congress showed up, including Representative David Reichert.
Congress should listen to these veterans, get their act together, and get our problem in this nation solved so we can be proud to be Americans again.
After dumping barricades in front of the president's lawn, protesters stood in front of the president's house and called for his resignation. The riot police were then called in, but overall it was a non-confrontational event. There were even some accounts of police saluting the veterans. The barricades were reassembled last night around the World War II and Lincoln memorials, but there are still protesters lingering around the mall calling for Obama to tear down the fence yet again. In the city with the most childish display of partisan politics, I'm Perry Ann Boring, RT.